So, Zack Snyder Justice League absolutely dominated its first week of physical sales. It is the best-selling movie of that week. Again, there was no other really major releases that week. It will, of course, not be number one the week afterwards because Black Widow and Boss Baby Family Business both released on the same week. So it's gonna be having a pretty hard time competing with those two movies. But it's good that the fans continue winning, not the Water Tomatoes, not the Fandom Menace who call themselves fans, but they're not real fans. Okay, we complains about Black Widow. There was literally nothing wrong with that movie. There was nothing really ultra woke about Black Widow. We compare it to a movie like Charlie's Angels, and of course, the only way to own this movie is on Blu-ray because they want to keep the digital option only for HBO. Comic Book can confirm if you want to own this movie, it'll be on DVD, Blu-ray, and Ultra HD. And of course, most of the sales were on Ultra HD and Blu-ray. So most of the sales were from Blu-ray sales and only 25% were on DVD. All three formats are available on all stores, basically. And yep, it has been selling pretty well. And the first of this week had pretty surprising legs for a movie, that was completely hated by people. For the first Justice League, the original one that was released by, of course, you know, Joss Whedon. But yep, this movie is doing so well. It was number one movie, and it was number one, and of course, number two was the box set here. And also, yeah, the other movies cracked, and also showing up at 14. Successes reflect the success of trending movement event on Twitter of the date of the movie's release. The last time a movie on disc released that was celebrated by people was Alita. That was the last release that people actually pushed for on Blu-ray, and they got it, and it sold really well on Blu-ray. And Zack Snyder's Justice League is basically like Alita 2.0 essentially. It deserves every sale it gets because Zack Snyder's Justice League is a masterpiece. It's on par with most of the Avengers movies. It is a movie that I believe we sort of gotten in feeders. It is on power and scale and epicness as Endgame, and it's even an hour longer. And Infinity War, which were years of building up, and they made this movie much better than the original Justice League. They actually gave character storylines, they actually gave the villain a character, and they gave Cyborg a much better backstory, and they actually gave the other characters backstories, and he had Batman. It actually saw Batman having to get these characters as well. So, yeah, I'm not gonna go on forever, but if you've seen it, you will understand essentially. So, yep, that's basically it about this video. Goodbye.